Of the DeWalt Ford, number 17. That right there is Matt Kenseth.
And veteran of very many teams in the NASCAR XL Cup Series, he's driving the number 21 for the Wood Brothers this year. Say hello to Kenny Schrader.
Fellas, Kenny, if you give me $1, I'll stand in front of that light there.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing to Jeff over here.
All right, guys, let's start off. We'll start at this end, and Kenny, ask you how the 2 days of testing has gone so far for you.
Went pretty good. Didn't hit nothing. Didn't broke nothing. So all that went real good. But just good to be back in the race car. Really excited about the opportunity to drive for the Wood Brothers this year. David Hyder came over with me as a crew chief, and Michael McSwain, or Fatback, as most everybody knows him, is there as like team manager. So just looking forward to getting going.
Matt, how about you? Got a new car this year, the Fusion.
Yeah, the Ford Fusion looks pretty cool, and we're happy to get back to the track. Like Kenny said, they seem to be we seem to be running pretty decent. One of our cars is pretty good. The other one's not as fast. So I had fun so far, and it's nice to see all you guys, and nice to be back to the track. And look forward to getting to do a little drafting tomorrow. It gets a little boring doing 2 laps at a time, so it'll be fun to get out there and mix it up a little bit.
Jeff Gordon, it's got to feel good coming back here to Daytona this year, being the defending champion of the Daytona 500. And then we take a look at your practice speeds, and you guys have been up or at the top of the charts for the last 3 sessions.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome that we won this race last year and get a chance to see the car over in Daytona, USA. But it feels even better to know that we're running good again. So just thrilled with the way Steve Letard is operating this race team and the way things have gone over the off season. I've had a great off season, some relaxation, and ready to get it going again. And I already got a chance to sign some autographs. I did my first official autograph session in 2006.
See, what a surprise, right? Jeff Burton, you're back with Richard Childress, number 31 Singular Wireless Chevrolet, and it seemed like every time I looked out on the racetrack, you were out there. It seemed like you got a lot of laps in this session.
Yeah, we did run a lot. I was really happy with the car. We came here last year testing, and we were like 29th and 38th fastest with our 2 cars, and we ended up 10th today with one of them, and we made a big jump on our restrictor plate program. There's no doubt about that. So hopefully we can make that big of a jump on our downforce stuff too. But I feel pretty good about it. I feel a whole lot better right now at this point than I did at this point last year, and I think we're gonna certainly do it much better this year than we did last year.
All right, well, folks, this is a fan forum. That means, of course, you are the ones that are important. You get to ask the questions. What we're going to do is, if you'll just throw up your hand, we'll at random call on you. If you can shout out the question, and everyone else kind of hold it down so we can repeat the question, drivers can hear. We'll start right here. For Kenny Schrader. Are you going to be racing in Barberville in February, Kenny?
I mean, we always wind up dragging something down and going over there, so I got to believe we'll go over there the first part of the week, like, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday or so.
The rest of the fellas, you guys, questions for you too. Barberville?
I don't think so. I haven't raced there since they changed the dirt track to the asphalt and swapped them around or whatever, so I raced there probably, last time I raced there was probably 96 or 97, I think, or something like that, so I don't think I have any plans to go out there.
Jeff?
No, I'm kind of the same as Matt. I haven't raced there in a lot longer than it's been for you, but quite a while. I guess maybe the Bush race back in 91 or 92 we raced there. I raced in a sprint car several years back, but hadn't had a chance to get out there in a while. I like to go out there and watch some of those guys. Watch Kenny go out there and race.
If you want a chance, we get you a car. I mean, if you just haven't had a chance, if that's the only problem, Jeff.
Throwing it on the gauntlet.
Getting a car hasn't seemed to be the problem. It's getting a chance to get in the car.
How about you, Jeff?
I wasn't paying attention to the questions, so I don't even know what that
All right.
No, I won't be there.
Ma'am, right here in the jacket. Go ahead. Who's the question for? For Jeff Gordon.
I understand you have a 69 Camaro. Do you do car shows?
69 Camaro. You have a 69 Camaro, and do you do car shows with it?
You've been watching way too much TV. I think that the car is the one that we did the Nextel commercial with. It's not mine. And I don't sing either, obviously. So When I'm driving my '69 Camaro, I don't sing. I don't. I'd like to have a '69. I'd like to have a '67 Camaro. Not that there's a lot of difference in them, but I don't know. For some reason, that was always something when I was a kid that I thought was a cool car.
I bet you could afford one.
This tall young man, right over
I
here.
just find you might get a chance. You might get a chance to find one.
Yes. Who is the question for? All of them? Jeff Gordon, what would you be if you weren't a NASCAR driver?
I'd be in trouble. I have no idea.
Somebody said a ballerina.
You've been asked that question before, haven't you?
Once or twice.
Once or twice.
Sir in the hat right there, black hat. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Either one of you. How's Lars doing, Matt Kenseth?
Our cat, he's good. He's home keeping Katie company.
Lady right here. Oh, what? I kind of guessed that with that 24 jacket you've got on there. What's your question? Okay, thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. For what?
That's right.
Oh, now.
Hey, just a second. Now.
We got the comedy section over here.
Yeah. Do you have a question? How was your vacation in Africa? Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a little scary when they know your cat's name. They know you've been on vacation in Africa. Africa was amazing. I was just talking to these guys before I came up here. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, and I'll certainly never forget it. And hopefully get to go back someday. It was amazing.
Did you bring back anything to hang on the wall, or?
I took about 2,000 photos. So
Photo safari.
I've got a whole new appreciation for the photographers that we have in the garage here. I'm like looking at their lenses and their cameras. I'm like, that's a good camera, that's a good lens. So I'm learning about them.
All right. Yes, sir, right here. Go ahead.
Schrader,
For Ken Schrader.
looking forward to your first win of your new team. Good luck.
He says, good luck in your new team. I'm looking forward to that first win.
We're looking forward to any damn win right now. But definitely with the Wood Brothers would be good.
Right here, this lady. Jeff Burton. Pardon? How is Ward doing?
You still can't understand what he's saying?
And still live on the southern side of hell.
That's pretty funny, wasn't it? Wasn't that funny, but listen to him laugh. He's he's fine. He's happy doing what he's doing. He's raised a tremendous amount of money for his Wildlife Foundation, and he was recently appointed by the governor of Virginia to the Game and Inland Fisheries Commission to help make the laws and rules about fishing and hunting in Virginia. So he's really busy. He misses being here, but he doesn't miss being here all at the same time. So if he had a great chance, I think he'd come back, but it would take something really good to get him to come back.
I know about all of you, but I miss old Walt Button.
I'm afraid your arm's going to fall out of your socket, the young lady in the white bouncing up and down over there. Go ahead. For all the drivers, sure. Okay. Jeff Burton, we're going to start with you because you're closest to me. That's the only reason. If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be? I didn't ask the question. Don't shoot the messenger.
I'd be Lars because I like Matt's wife. See, Matt thinks he has a lot of friends, but really they just all like his wife.
Final answer.
Jeff Gordon, at least they didn't pick on you this time.
I had an opportunity to see a lot of animals, so over in Africa, there's nothing cooler than those lions, man. They just sit around all day, and don't do a whole lot, and then when they get hungry, they go out there and catch whatever they, can sink their teeth into. So I'm kind of like a race car driver, I guess.
Matt Kenseth, would you like to be Lars?
I'd like to be a big bird so I could fly over Burton's house and go on his cars and in a swimming pool.
Ken Schrader, what kind of animal would you be?
what kind of pets Buffy's got.
Yes, sir. For Jeff Gordon. Okay.
I noticed some Bilson boys down south, they advertising a new kind of a watch.
Yeah.
A new kind of watch you're advertising on the billboards.
Tag Heuer, yes.
Yeah. What's the name?
Tag Heuer.
Him and Tiger. Is that expensive? Kind of expensive.
This is Timex.
Like a Rolex.
Not quite a Rolex. It's about $1,200 watch. So it's pretty. No, it's a Swiss-made, really nice.
Great watch.
Great watch.
Great watch.
Where's yours? That's all. That's where I'm from, Fort Myers.
Very good.
And you're all set.
All right, right down here in front. Sir, go ahead. Yep. Everything of running the Rolex 24 here at Daytona. Jeff Gordon.
I get closer and closer to something all the time. I've been talking to a team of this past year about maybe just going and doing a test and seeing what the car. Ever since I got in that F1 car, I kind of got the itch to feel what all that downforce and grip was like. And we don't have anything that close to it other than maybe the champ cars or something like that. But I think it'd be fun. I think I'd consider doing it one day. But I always am so busy during January. I just don't know how I could take the time to prepare for that race, and I'd like to be prepared for it if I got in there.
Lady back here in the white T-shirt. Yes. Kenny. Okay. Are you going to be in Donaldson, Iowa? They want to know what your itinerary is for the year.
Yeah, we're going there. We had a bad story there this year, and you know one of them races where you really piss yourself off? No one did it, and you did it to yourself. We wound up second. It was a bad deal when it came across the finish line. What?
You made it first.
No, that was 2 years ago. This year was second. But came across to get the finish line. Had to start. It was started decent, 8 so, and had her made. And the guy in front of me stuck his arm out the window when I was getting a checkered flag. I thought, this ain't a good sign. Well, there was 3 21s ahead of me, and when I passed the 2 of them, I didn't know there was another one, and I followed him.
2 out of 3, huh? All right, sir, right here. Go ahead.
Yeah, since you got a fellow older and younger, Kenny, I love you. Jeff, you're good. I love your brother. But restrictor plate racing, I mean, for everybody, what do you think about restrictor plate?
Question is about restrictor plate racing. You do it 2 times a year, once here at Daytona. No, I should say twice here at Daytona and twice at Talladega. Your opinion of restrictor plate racing?
Well, it's fun to do. I mean, it can be real frustrating, but it's actually it's fun racing. It's much more fun here, I think, than it is at Talladega. The only thing wrong with it is when the 5th place car gets up in the air and lands on top of the 30th place car. That's not that uncommon anymore. So it's actually it is enjoyable. It's fun. It's exciting. But it's just so easy to get caught up in something that that's the frustrating part about it.
Jeff, you won a restrictor plate race here last year. You must like it.
Well, I mean, even though we've had success on it, I feel the same way as everybody else. It has its frustrations, and you always want to figure out a way to fix it, but we haven't seemed to do it in the 12 years that I've been in the series. So I think it's here to stay, but, we've had great cars and have had good, luck and won some. So, I mean, winning at this place, there's nothing better than that. But we've had those days where we won, and we've had those days where we were caught up in the big wreck as well. So just kind of go into it and look forward to it being over, I guess.
Matt Kenseth, restrictor plate racing, yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just what they said. It's just a different kind of racing. Daytona is a lot different than Talladega. It's the better car you have, and the more people you get to draft with, the more fun it is. The days you have a slow car, there's just nothing you can do about it. And that's the frustrating part. You can't use anything that you learned through the years to make your car go any faster. You're just kind of at the mercy of what you have for a car and who you're drafting with.
All right, Ken Schrader?
It's just 4 times a year. You just shut up and do it. I mean, it is fun. I mean, it can be a lot of fun. I mean, because you can really make a difference. The old car's really got to work good here, but the driver can make a difference in a plate race, and it's fun.
All right, this young man right here. No, we can't give autographs. We're on such a tight schedule. But do you have a question? In the pits, in the NASCAR community, are you guys around skateboarding? I've seen some skates running up there.
That looks a little dangerous to me.
Is anybody up here a skateboarder?
I did when I was younger, but I haven't. These guys all have kids that are in the bus lot over there. They're all doing skateboarding and rollerblading and a lot of dangerous looking things.
Please don't throw your child up in the air. I see him. Go ahead.
I got for all the drivers.
For all the drivers, sure, go ahead.
What's your favorite car?
What's your favorite kind of car? Start with you, Jeff Burton. Favorite kind of car?
Oh gosh, I like Ferrari built the Daytona Spider years ago that I think's really cool, but I can't afford one. But I think that car all the time is probably the coolest car ever.
Boy, I feel bad for Jeff now. Can't afford that car.
Jeff Gordon, you have a favorite car?
He's got favorite airplanes.
67 Camaro, right?
I can't afford those things anymore either, remember?
Let's get a collection up, everybody.
I'm doing all right. I'm sorry. There's that new, what is it, Bugatti or something?
Yeah.
That does 250 something miles an hour. I'd like to take that thing for a spin.
See what you can do with it. Matt Kenseth, do you have a favorite car?
I have a couple. I like that Ford GT a lot. I got about a year ago. That thing's pretty cool. And I like that Porsche. What was it? A Carrera GT. Mr. Hendrick had one of them. I saw sitting down at his dealership. That's a pretty cool looking car too.
Kenny Schrader, you have a favorite car?
I got hired for another year. I got a free dinner and a new jacket last night, so I guess the Ford Fusion.
Good choice. Young lady right here. What was the question? Jeff, tell her about your boat. She boats on the Ohio River.
It's for sale if you want to buy it.
How much are you trying to sell it for?
She wants to know all about it, Jeff. Describe it a little bit.
It's a Lazara. They're built out of Tampa. And I've had it for, I don't know, a few years, 2 or 3 years. $100? What? We got an auction we're going.
Ma'am, right here. Go ahead.
For all the drivers, what do they think about the new testing program?
For all the drivers, they made some changes in testing here this year. Your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's always the same for everybody. I really don't care what it is. Testing's testing. It's not the most enjoyable thing in the world to do, but we do need to do a certain amount of it. And, it's a little difficult now because some people have tires and some people don't have tires to go to Kentucky and places like that. But I think after this year, when we get through this year and we deplete a lot of the tires that are out there floating around, that it'll be much better next year. But again, I don't care as long as it's the same for everybody.
Jeff Gordon, changes in the tests for 2006.
I think Jeff answered it perfectly.
Okay, Matt Kenseth?
Yeah, me too. The only, I think there's pros and cons to everything. I think the only thing that probably concerns me when I think about it is there's still going to be tire tests, and I don't know how they're going to determine, what team gets to go and do tire tests if it's not one of the tracks that we all test at. So, I mean, if they reconfigure a track like Sears Point and they pick out 3 guys to go do the tire test, that's not really fair for the rest of the team. So that's the only thing I could see maybe coming up that would be an advantage for some and a disadvantage for others.
And Schrader?
I think they all did a good job.
Lady right here. Jeff Gordon, okay? Question is, of all your wins, Jeff, coming from 3 laps down to win at Martinsville, will that be counted as one of the best for you?
Certainly one of the most memorable. If it weren't for the lucky dog, though, these days, that would have never happened. I think we made up one or two of them, without the lucky dog. But it's, again, to get that third one back would have probably taken the rest of the race. So yeah, that was spectacular. Definitely one of my favorites. I love Martinsville, and we shouldn't have been 3 laps down to begin with, but it sure was nice to have a car capable of coming back and getting that win.
All right, right there in the middle, in the black. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. For all the drivers here, go ahead. All right, I didn't catch all of that, so one more time.
Hobbies.
What kind of hobbies do you guys have on the off season? I know that you haven't got much of an off season, but do you have any hobbies, Jeff Burton?
I like fishing quite a bit. I didn't do any this year, unfortunately, but I used to like it. But to be quite honest, I didn't go anywhere this whole off season. I stayed at home and just caught up with my family. Hadn't seen my parents hardly at any over the last couple of years, so this winter I just stayed at home and didn't really do anything, to be honest.
Jeff Gordon, things you like to do besides racing?
I probably get the miles traveled award over the off season between the banquet weekend where I went to Paris, which I guess I wasn't supposed to do that, and then well, I thought I had permission, but then when I got back, all of a sudden they said I was in trouble. But no, so I went to Paris, and I went to Africa, I went to the Maldives, and all the traveling between that. So I do like to travel, and see new places, experience different cultures and food and all that stuff. So that's certainly one of my hobbies. But besides that, I'd say scuba diving. I love to scuba dive.
Cool. Kenseth?
I like doing a little bit of everything, but I really enjoy riding motorcycles. This year, Schrader and Kyle and Jeff Green and Bill Davis and myself, I think that was it. We rode from the Texas race to Phoenix. That was a lot of fun. Went up through the Grand Canyon, saw a lot of cool stuff. Got caught in a big windstorm. All kinds of fun stuff happened. So I enjoy doing that when we get some downtime. That's probably my favorite thing to do.
Ken Schrader, I know you race when you don't race, but what other hobbies do you have?
That's it. We went to Talladega Shark Track 4 days last week, and going out to Arizona, run Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then that's it. Just little circles.
All right, we got time for just a couple more, we've been told. I had the gentleman back here in the Elliott Sadler jacket. Who's the question for? Matt Kenseth. Is the new Fusion going to be any better on the super speedways than the Taurus was, Matt?
I hope so. It's taken us a long time to get our speedway stuff running better at Roush. They've never really ran that great at the speedways until a few years ago. It started getting a little bit better. So last year we had the most competitive speedway cars that I've ever driven before. So I hope it's a little bit better than that. I hope we can gain on a little bit more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up this first Fan Forum here with the Jackson Hewitt NASCAR Preseason Thunder. Please extend the gratitude to Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth.
Thank you guys for having me out.
Schrader.
Thank you.
Good luck with us. Thanks for being with us.